Korea LOSTARK just had their big stream about the brand new Kazeros Raid, including a 7-minute trailer and of course a ton of info for us to digest. So make sure to go ahead and chop up this whole stream into all the important parts with all the translations, so we know what's going on, and at the end of today's video I will pull up the full trailer as well if you want to watch that. So let's get started. First of all, the director introduced us to the summer update for LOSTARK. I know these translations was a bit dumb. Reviews, Kazeros Raid, and other updates as well, so we're gonna see that. First of all, they talked about the Valkyrie spec distribution, and we see that there was a 45% of DPS Valkyrie made and 54% of support ones. So, you know, for the people wondering how many supports and DPSs was there, I'm pretty sure it's around the 50-50 shot. They then talked about the Thaemine Extreme participation rate, and if we look over here, it was a 71% normal, 83% hard, and then the success rate was 93 and 98. So for people that know what they're doing, it's gonna be 100% clear, which is actually very nice. There will be a gigantic lore dump at the end of the Kazeros Raid if you've completed it, and as well you can see that there is some new achievements for doing all three of them. And we get a little bit more info, of course, about the Kazeros Raid as well. Then the director went over talking about how hard the raid will be. It will be like a membrane tier raid, and then there will be a closing one. So how this works is there will be like the gate 1 and 2 will be the starting raid, and then we have Kazeros will be the end raid, and there will be a few different versions, normal and hard, and normal and hard, and the first as well. But what's very interesting is everyone can do this raid on the start, and you need to do this hard mode to go into the first, but these two, the normal and the hard, are actually not unlocked yet until someone has cleared the first. So until the first has been cleared, nobody can do normal or hard mode, even for the closing raid of Kazeros. So then the director went into, of course, the raid rewards, and here we have them. So for the membranes, we have ourselves for normal hard 33k and 42k, not too bad. You can see as well there is going to be these new cores. This will be explained later, and even on normal mode you can get yourself heroic to ancient tier, but ancient is very low probability, so I'm pretty sure you're not going to get any, like 0.1% or something. And then you can see that the closing, so the Kazeros Raid itself is going to give you 40k or 52k in hard, and probably the same for the first. And you can see again it drops some cores as well, so very interesting to see, of course. But that's a lot of gold, guys. If you do both of them on hard, that's a nice 94,000 gold, and even normal mode, that's going to be a 73,000 gold for doing both gates. Very, very good. Then they go ahead and show a few screenshots of the raids, but of course we've already seen these in the past, and I must say the trailer, guys, looks way better. So we have gate 1, gate 2, and then of course we have Thaemine, not Thaemine, I keep saying Thaemine, Kazeros as well at the end, which is a cool picture, but all the other pictures, guys, are not as good as the trailer. I'm just going to say that, so you will see it at the end. So here, of course, we have Kazeros himself looking pretty beastie. So here we have being explained, of course, how it works as well for the unlock. I just told you guys, but here's another diagram. So how the first is going to proceed is going to be simple. We're going to start with, of course, a 4 members hard clear, which could be gate 1, gate 2. That unlocks the first. Then the first is going to be done. And, of course, if they clear the first, normal and hard mode opens up. Of course, the first is going to have a top 10 finishers. And then after that, there will be, as well, a speed run ranking. Oh, so, of course, the people that want to speed run the game, they can then after the top 10 still speed run for some rewards as well, which I think is pretty cool. And here we now have some Kazeros Raid cosmetics. Of course, we have ourselves the basic title, which still looks very sick, I'll be honest. MVP background, the mount as well. Then we have ourselves the little emblem. We have ourselves the background for your roster, which is very cool as well. Then we have ourselves the first rewards. The titles are dope, guys. They're really cool. The first one is actually really, really sick. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but you know, maybe we're aiming for a top 10 spot. That'll be pretty cool. But we'll see about that. Then we have the statues for the rank 1, 2, 3, and 4. I must say these statues are sick. I'm sad that nobody else is going to get statues besides top 10, but it is what it is. Then we have ourselves the player banners as well. Looking very, very, very cool. Even like the 4 to 10 spot is pretty sick. And then we have, so of course, the statue that the first team is going to get, that's going to clear. It's going to all be their own characters on there, which is very cool. And I think all the other teams in the top 10 will get themselves just a Kazeros statue. statue, which I think still is very dope, guys. It looks really cool. I would love to have one of these. And then, oh dear, they're talking about the Ark Grid system. So this is the reward from Kazeros. And it's quite a lot, but I'll try to make it as easy as possible for you guys. So what you have is going to be these main cores in the middle, and then you have little cores surrounding them, which are going to give them the points and some extra buffs as well. These main cores are going to literally change the way you play your class, so there are going to be changes to like how the class performs, spells are going to be used, or maybe even going to totally change an ability. We're going to have to find these cores. It's going to be a super long-term system, so it's like honing. It's literally gonna take you like a year or 2 years to complete this, or maybe even never complete it at all, and that's mainly because of the honing and all the RNG that's behind this system. So here we of course have a few close-ups of some of the items. We're gonna of course have the translation as well, so you can see right here, so we have ourselves like increasing damage, changing the items, and changing the spells. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. So these are all going to be based on some classes, guys. So it's a bit weird to see these because some of these things are like, I don't even know what a Kumgang ship is, but these are all like based on certain classes. So for example, it changes Asura modes and it gives you this, or it does this, or does that, you know. So it doesn't really tell us much, but it does tell us that there's going to be a lot of damage increase, like 1.5% here, 0.2% here. There's going to be ones that are restoring your health as well, which is crazy. Like this one, like restores health. So I think supports are going to be able to focus more on just buffing and less on healing and shielding because of all these things as well. Then over here we have ourselves a few examples of a aeromancer that these skills are changing, which is pretty cool. So they're of course like we have some translations for this, but they're actually showing quite a few of them, and it shows like some of these spells are changing the animations and some of them are just like different. You can see right here that I think this one has like a double inside of it, like some extra slices, which is pretty cool. And then over here, I think, let me see, I think this changes at the end, like how long the charge up takes as well. And then you can see there is some extra explosions going on with the rainfall, and over here there will be another one which changes like this. The lightning strikes are not normally there. Well, regarding to the balance, because of course all the Koreans are a little bit mad about the balance patch. They're like, we do not know how the ARK Grid system really is going to impact the balance, so they don't want to change too much, because of course a class could be a little bit weaker, but if they get their ARK Grid system, then they're going to maybe be like super giga strong. So please wait until the balance is settled, and then once that has been done, they will then do a balance patch, and we'll check some more stuff out as well. Then they go ahead and show off 2 cores as well in detail, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at this as well. So these are the ones that are on the side. So these are not the main cores in the middle, but these are like the side cores. So you can see it's going to add some extra damage. So you can see ally attack damage increase plus 0.26%. Stigma plus 0.5. So you're gonna be able to probably like get yourself some really good damage increases. Damage to boss monsters, 0.25%. So it's pretty cool. I like these gems, but it's gonna take a long time, guys, to get yourself the right sets. It's gonna be a giga grind, I'll be honest. Then I have a little video of them honing the core. So these are gonna be the side cores they're gonna hone, and oh my god, so it is pretty RNG. As you can see right here, it's gonna go ahead and enhance different parts of the core. It will show a level as well, so it's going to go by up 1 level, +4, +2, +1, and the color. And you can as well use a reroll if you're like, I do not want any of these cores at the bottom. You can click reroll, and then you get a different set, because you can even see that if we go back 1, that it shows that something stays the same, or it goes even down a level. So you definitely do not want any of those. And then after you've done certain amount of hones, the core is going to be done, and that will be your little core. And of course you can go ahead and just get rid of this, but you can see, there you go. So now this thing has 15 points, which will be used later on. So what's cool as well, of course, if you get cores that are useless, they can be upgraded. So you can see they show in, they are going to put in three greens, but later on they're going to put in the legendaries, and they even put in like a relic one as well. And you can see right here, they're going to mix and match 2 legendaries and a relic, and you can see the upgrade chance for relic now goes up as well. Before, it was literally a 1% chance with 3 legendaries, so you can mix and match to maybe get a better chance of getting a new relic, which you maybe do need, which is, I think, is pretty cool. And this shows that this is a giga RNG system, and that's why they said it's gonna take you years to complete or to maximize, but I'm pretty sure that some people that are gonna be really lucky are gonna be extremely strong. So I don't know, do I like a super RNG system like this? I don't think I do that much, I'll be honest. It's gonna be nice to see yourself the things, but If I would change one thing about this, it would be simple. Because these are not tradable. Make the system tradable. Making the system tradable would make things a lot better. Because you can get just shafted. Like, if you get nothing on your main, you just get nothing. It's not like, oh, I can buy a core, I can do something with the core. Maybe, of course, there's more than what they've shown in here. But as far as I know, these things are not tradable so far. But that definitely, in my opinion, has to happen for something Giga RNG like this. Some people are just going to get so unlucky, they're never going to get anything. And it should just be tradable. Even, like, if it's for Fions or anything. I know people don't like Fions, but as something like that has to happen, in my opinion. Now we have ourselves a little quick of a introduction to the menu, of course, where you put yourselves your center core and your side cores. As well, you can see that these levels unlock over time. So even with the Kazeros race, that every single what is this going to be? Every single week, every week a new grid is going to unlock. So it's going to make the raid easier and easier and easier over time, of course, because everyone's going to get these cores. They're going to be from dailies, from dungeons, from everywhere, and of course these cores are going to be very good and help them kill Kazeros a little bit faster. So I think it's a cool system, but like I said, I hope it's not going to be too bad for you to feel like, oh, I'm gonna go months without getting the thing I need. I hope some of this is tradable. It would just be better for the game. Then they go ahead and show off the Kazeros war map as well, so we can see a few new additions to the top as well, and there's going to be some sort of new event. If you do things weekly, you get yourself a nice little reward and even like a nice character profile as well, which I think is pretty cool. And then last but not least, there's going to be a Kazeros challenge event where you're going to have to just do missions and you get yourselves boxes. And this event actually has no limit for which character you put it on. So even if you have a max high level character, you can get yourself all the rewards going from 1680 all the way up to 1730, guys. Woo! That's a lot of eye level, but you know, I'm pretty sure this is going to be pretty good, and it's going to be nice to get some boxes along the way, including a lot of karma. So that was the dev stream in a nutshell. Now, guys, I'm just going to go disappear and let you enjoy the trailer for Kazeros. Have fun. It is an insane one. So, you know, thanks so much for watching. Have a good one. Love you. Bye-bye, and see you guys again soon for another video. Enjoy.
아크의 계승자 운명이 예정한 나의 대적자여 혼돈의 별 페트라니아를 질서로 바로 세운 후 혼돈의 마녀가 남긴 예언의 마지막엔 바로 너였다.
카제로스의 기운이 한 곳으로 점차 모이고 있습니다.
카제로스. 그럼 가자꾸나.
다들 카제로스님에게 가는 중인 거야? 좋아. 그럼 어디 실력을 좀 볼까? 카제로스님을 소멸시킨다며? 겨우 이 정도로?
기분 나쁜 공간이고
희면의 존재들이
여기까지 아리모츠 디자스표를 더럽힌다. 모두 제거 완료. 그 누구도 무엇 하나 바꾸지 못하리라. 나는 지면에서 혼돈을 짓밟은 자이며 베트라니아의 질서를 세운 자, 그리고 비틀린 운명을 바로잡을 자이니 아크라시아여, 진실을 목도할 시간이다. 불꽃이여, 태워버려라. 이제 생명의 종말이 도래했으니 아크라시아여, 대가를 치를 시간이다. 결국 모든 것은 정의